Do you not understand? It is over.
Get ready for the encore.
Why aren't you scared?
Woman in nice broad face and a nice hip. Woman they're nice and you know get thick. Big ship on the ocean and the big Titanic. Woman a nice broad face and a nice hip. Make man slip and bust them lip. Woman they're nice and you know get thick. Big ship on the ocean.
Alright, what up, people? What was I say? What up, you sexy bitches? It's been a while. I'm here with Michael and Jacob 8000.
Anyways, today we're gonna be debunking someone who is, well, for one...
Screw attack.
Yes. Like, you all know how bad Screw Attack is at what they do, but this guy has somehow done the impossible and made it look like Screw Attack actually knows what they're doing in comparison.
Yeah, and the amount of, like, brain cells this guy has is just, like, impressive.
Yes, and the amount of brain cells he's murdered is impressive.
Oh yeah, he's got the highest kill count right now. He's number 1 on the board.
Yes. Now, instead of just debunking one video that this guy's done, we're going to be debunking like, what, like 5 videos he's done all at once?
5, 6 videos.
5 or 6, whatever. The videos we are going to be debunking are, oh dear, King Thanos versus Knull, Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet versus Mr. Mixelplix, Galactus versus Anti-Monitor, Thor versus Martian Manhunter, and last, but definitely not least, Thor versus Lobo. Anyways.
This may be our first video on Danko, but it's certainly not our last.
Oh yeah, this guy has tons of stuff to debunk. And we might explain a few things, like, that we're going to debunk about him in the future, but for now, we're just going to stick to what we've got right here. Now, the first thing we're going to do is, we're going to debunk, the first one is King Thanos versus Knull, which I don't even see the connection, but whatever. Knull of all characters. Anyways, we don't need to debunk, like, everything he said in this video, because most of the stuff he said is pretty irrelevant. We're only going to be debunking, like, the important parts of these videos, alright? JDM, you start off.
We're going to be debunking his claims. The first claim he makes is that Knull will win because King Thanos' story demands that. He brings up, like, Deadpool killing the Marvel Universe. But unlike Thanos, Deadpool is inconsistent, so Thanos killing Living Tribunal is valid. So he is hyperversal. No one will have no chance against old King Thanos. He has killed some kills before. They are nowhere near as powerful as the old King Thanos would win.
Alright, so like with the old King Thanos versus Knull, we don't need to debunk everything in Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. Versus Mr. Mixie. So, anyways, the first claim he makes is that the Infinity Gauntlet's apparently only universal just because it only works inside of its universe. That only means it has, like, a universal range. That doesn't, like, make its attack potency only universal. But, anyways, Thanos was able to kill multiple abstract beings like Lord Chaos, Mistress Love, Lady Death, multiple Celestials, Eternity, and Galactus, and, like, all those, like, beings, they all scale to, like, complex multiversal. And the reason why he says Mr. Mixie would win because he was able to destroy a multiverse by play fighting with Batmite, but Infinite Universal isn't the same as, like, complex multiversal, which is, like, collections of multiverses. So, Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet stomps.
In fact, I think at one point in the video he even said that, like, Mixie would win because the gauntlet doesn't work outside of its own universe. But, like, if you're going to...
Giving him the gauntlet then.
Yeah, like, if you're going to use Thanos with the gauntlet and you're not going to let him stay in his universe, what's the point of giving him the gauntlet?
Yeah, there's no point then.
Like, in fact, Mixie on his own is like a fifth-dimensional imp, but even Celestials and Knull scale to like sixth-dimensional at least.
Yeah, you even like killed Eternity, and like only like one of like Eternity's bodies alone scales to like 10th, 11th dimensional, and like the full Eternity scales to like high hyperversal.
Anyways, JDM, continue.
Okay. The last video we're going to debunk is Galactus vs. Anti-Monitor. We do agree with the outcome, but we need to debunk a lot of the claims he makes and his reasoning for the outcome, because once his reasoning is retarded.
Alright, so he says at the start of the video that Galactus is nearly omnipotent, but then says he's below universal, but he's neither of those. A hungry Galactus was able to like take attacks from Odin, who was able to beat Surtur, who's going to destroy the World Tree, which has infinite universe-sized like realms or dimensions, whatever you want to call it. And a well-fed Galactus has been able to kill like multiple Celestials, and even like I think he might have killed some of the named ones, but even like the lowest tier are like at least sixth-dimensional.
Mm-hmm. And even with Odin, who was overpowered by a hungry Galactus, keep in mind. And like when Galactus is hungry, he's like nowhere near as powerful as he is when he's well fed, but even with Odin, if I recall correctly, in his battle with Seth, they were threatening to destroy all of Marvel on a high multiversal scale.
Yeah, they're pretty much like threatening the Marvel multiverse.
Mm-hmm. And I know some people who, like, by the way, need to watch the video first before commenting. Some people might accuse us of being, like, Marvel fanboys for debunking yet another Marvel vs. DC fight where a Marvel character loses. We actually agree with the outcome on this one because, like, there's no way Galactus can take on the new 52 Anti-Monitor.
Yeah, we're only, like, debunking, like, his, like, reasoning for why the Anti-Monitor would win.
Yeah, like...
And, like, using actual reasoning why the Anti-Monitor would win.
Yeah, and like, there is plenty of evidence that the Anti-Monitor would beat Galactus, so making a video explaining why the Anti-Monitor would win should not have been that hard, and he still fucked it up.
Exactly.
Like, even when he gets the outcome right, he still finds a way to fuck it up. That is pathetic. Anyways.
Exactly.
Now, I wish I was joking, but his reasoning for Anti-Monitor winning is because Galactus eats planets while the Anti-Monitor eats universes. I believe that has a name, doesn't it? I believe it's called a, I think it's called an, association fallacy. Anyways. And like Slick said, he claims that Galactus isn't even universal. That's unironic, by the way.
At the beginning of the videos, he says he's, like, nearly omnipotent.
That is a contradiction. And that's unironic. He genuinely believes that Galactus isn't even a universe buster. That is hilarious.
But at the same time, he believes he's, like, nigh omnipotent.
Yeah, like... Anyways, JDM, you do your part.
He did mention that the Anti-Monitor has outerversal feats, like stamening the monitors who scale to outerversal, and using that as a reason, is an actual good reason why the Anti-Monitor will win. And a fun fact, he also stamened the Spectre. And
that was true form Spectre too, which makes it even worse for Galactus.
Spectre scales easily to outerversal, so yeah, you could make an argument of Galactus beating pre-Crisis Anti-Monitor, but he's not beating U-52 Anti-Monitor.
Like, that's the problem. That's, like, the biggest problem with this video. He doesn't specify what Anti-Monitor he's using. Like,
yeah, he was using from Pre-Crisis and U-52.
Like, yeah, there's some versions of the Anti-Monitor Galactus can beat, and there's some that would beat Galactus. Anyways.
Yeah, especially U-52.
Yeah, like... And, I don't know about you, but Galactus cannot stalemate True Form Spectre. It just isn't happening.
Or the Monitors.
Mm-hmm. Especially, like, I don't care what version of Galactus you're using, that I know of, at least. He cannot defeat a being on par with True Form Darkseid. Anyways.
Yep.
Anyways, the next video we're going to debunk, I mean, we just said that was the last video, but screw it, we're doing more anyways, because, that's how we roll. Yeah. But anyways, the next video we're debunking is Thor versus, of all characters, Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter is, like, the most downplayed character on his channel.
Like, by far. Anyways. And this is the video where he somehow got it in his head that Thor would have any chance at all against Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter, the guy who was able to, like, solo pretty much the entire Justice League on his own.
Yeah. Like, the fact that he thinks this is even a contest truly shows that he has no idea what the hell he is talking about.
Because he gets all his info from, like, Versus Battles Wiki and, like, Respect threads.
I mean, Screw Attack may suck at what they do, but at least they try to do their research. Danko doesn't even do that.
Exactly, he just, like, no, what's funny is that, the Realm of Splash, like, he exposed him of, like, copy-pasting, like, what people say on, like, subreddits.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the Realm of Splash, like, proved that, like, he copy-pastes stuff what people say on, like, subreddits.
What video did he do that in?
He did it in, it was called The Worst, Power Scaling channel on YouTube, I think. It's, like, when he was, like, it was a video made before he started, like, debunking Danko.
Oh, whatever it was, I'll find out what it was and I'll link it in the description if you want to check it out. But anyways,
let's debunk the actual video now.
Anyways, the first thing he says is that I wish I was joking. He says that Thor is stronger and more durable than Martian Manhunter. Once again, this is hilarious, because with his strength alone, he was able to beat the entire Justice League by himself. And like, he wins in durability, too, because he's taken beatings from, like, the entire Justice League, including characters like Shazam, who, like...
gets his, like, powers from, like, God energy?
Yeah, like... One of which is a being, like, on par with Odin as well.
Yeah, and, so yeah, that's pretty much, like, this is just stupid.
Anyways, JDM, you do your part.
He says that Thor is also faster because he kept up with Silver Surfer, who has immeasurable speed, but he's not that Superman or the Flash and Martian Manhunter has kept up with both of them. He also downplays Martian Manhunter's telepathy, even though he knows out-of-verse mind hacks, and Thor is not resisting to those kind of hacks.
Yeah, like, Thor, he does have a pretty decent, like, mind hacks resistance, but he's never shown to have, like, out-of-versal levels of mind hacks resistance.
Yeah.
Anyway, now we're gonna debunk, pretty much the last video, which is Thor versus Lobo. In my opinion, the second worst one, I think the worst one was Thor versus Martian Manhunter, but this is just below that. But anyway, he does say that Lobo's more durable, but the only reasoning he gives is because he has a healing factor, like, on par with, like, Wolverine's, but he's taking, like, beatings from, like, the entire, like, Justice League, and, like, he really didn't need his healing factor for that.
Yeah, and, like, honestly, even ignoring the fact that he pulled the connection most likely out of his own anus, he seems to be forgetting that, like, he claims that Thor is faster because he's kept up with the Silver Surfer. I mean, like, okay, sure, but Lobo has, like, speed blitzed the Flash before.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, this is the same character who, like, when he was dying, he, like, raced death to the end of time. Like, I don't know about you, but I refuse to believe that Thor is anywhere near that fast. Honestly.
Yeah, no.
But anyways, he says that Thor would be able to take any attack from Lobo, and that he's been able to break through 6-dimensional constructs. But, like, Thor, even with his God Blast, like, at best, you could say it's around, like, Multiversal Plus. Like being able to harm a hungry Galactus is powerful and all, but it's not really much compared to some of the stuff Lobo has shown.
Yeah, that's not even, like, Lobo's, like, best, like, feat.
Mm-hmm.
He's been able to, like, kill Santa Claus, who scales above, like, true form Darkseid to, like, the point where, like, true Darkseid can even, like, touch it.
Yeah. Anyways, JDM, you do your part.
He said that Thor would temporarily knock Lobo out, and his reason is that his lightning strikes have knocked the Juggernaut out, but the Juggernaut doesn't scale anywhere near Lobo. Another reason he says that Lobo will win is that Thor will be able to trap him in a different dimension, but Lobo himself has traveled to other dimensions before.
Mm-hmm.
So, he says that, like, he would blast, like, Lobo away, like, light years away, but that doesn't really count as, like, winning. That just, like, counts as, like, it's kind of like running away in a way, but, I mean, Thor, he that's not really winning. If you don't, like, knock the person out or, like, kill him, it doesn't count as winning. So, Lobo would clearly win, especially, like, if he gets blasted light years away. He has his bike to help him with that.
Yeah, and now that we're all done with that, which one out of all these, Slick, like, I mean, you've already said what the worst is, but JDM, what would you say was the worst?
Well, to say the least, I kind of would say King Thanos versus Knull. That had to be the worst.
Why is that?
It's because in the comics, King Thanos was able to dominate pretty much the whole Marvel universe because everybody grew old and weak except for Thanos.
Mm-hmm. And he brings up that, I noticed in the video, like, someone else brought this up in another debunk on that video, but he describes Knull in a way that a toddler would describe his favorite toy. Like, he wants Knull to seem stronger than he is. And he brings up that Knull, like, beat a Celestial as if that's something that Thanos can't do. That's only, like, the equivalent of beating, like, one cosmic entity. But King Thanos, not only did he beat all the cosmic entities at their maximum potentials, he did it using only, like, his natural power.
And even, like, base Thanos, like like, base Thanos, he's been able to survive, like, attacks that have, like, killed the Celestials.
Speaking of which, he brings up at the end that Thanos beat King Thanos at the end of the Thanos Wins arc, but as if that somehow proves that he's like only just like a barely buffed up version of normal Thanos. But the problem with that is that the version of Thanos that eventually went on to fight the future King Thanos, the same Thanos that did that Thanos survived a blast from Annihilus that was enhanced by Adam Warlock as the Living Tribunal and wiped out all the Celestials and Galactus casually.
And King Thanos, he wanted to lose to younger Thanos.
Yeah, and before some of you bring up that King Thanos, like, make the argument that King Thanos would lose because he couldn't beat the worthy Silver Surfer, it was outright stated at the end of Thanos Wins that the real reason he brought past Thanos into the future was so that he could kill him. Like, he didn't. It was outright stated that he didn't actually need past Thanos to beat the worthy Silver Surfer. And even if he did, like, that outright shows why King Thanos would win all the more reason, because that version of the Silver Surfer became worthy to wield Mjolnir, and he got the entire Annihilation Wave on his side, and on top of that, he had millions, if not billions of years to prepare for his final fight against King Thanos, and it still wasn't enough.
I still do think that Thor vs. Martian Manhunter was the worst one because he pretty much, like, downplayed, like, everything possible. His intelligence, his hacks, his durability, his speed, his attack potency. He downplayed all of that.
Yeah, and on top of that, I believe at one point in Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet versus Mr. Mxyzptlk, he basically said that if Mr. Mxyzptlk wants to win, then he'll automatically have a win no matter what. Like, if that's not a no limits fallacy, I don't know what is. Like, he claims, he's trying to imply that Mr. Mxyzptlk is omnipotent, while failing to mention that Mr. Mxyzptlk lost to characters like Emperor Joker and Strange Visitor Superman.
And Superboy Prime.
And Superboy Prime.
I was saying that he also depowered Mr. Pig as well.
Yeah.
No, what's impressive is that he somehow found a way to downplay Mr. Mixie, yet, like, highball the crap out of him as well.
Yeah, like, that doesn't even make sense.
Like, it's to a degree where it's, like, actually, like, impressive what this man can do.
In fact, like when you're so bad at what you do that you somehow manage to downplay and highball some characters at the same time, sometimes you just need to go into a bathroom and then look in the mirror at yourself and say, what am I doing with my life?
Like, I mean, you could also give him props as well.
Yeah, like... And, in fact, like, okay, let's just ignore that for a second. Let's say, okay, he thinks that Mr. Mxyzptlk can beat anybody just by wanting to win. Like, okay, fucking whatever. But in another video, he outright states, and I wish I was joking about this, alright? Get ready for this. It's pretty bad, alright? He said, in his own words, he said, no one in fiction can beat the one above all.
What?
Okay.
You heard me correct. I wish I was joking. I wish I was joking.
But then how come the one above all couldn't stop the regulator if no one in fiction could beat him?
Then Oblivion!
Yeah.
Yeah, and Oblivion.
Yeah. Wait a minute, wouldn't that make them unbeatable plus?
Unbeatable plus.
Like that's even a thing?
I think he's saying, like, Mr. Mixie's omnipotent. Because, like, he thinks, like, the word sounds cool, but he doesn't. I feel like he doesn't know what it actually means, though.
Yeah, and on top of that, like, in that same video where he's trying to highball the one above all, he also says that the one above all can't defeat the presence because the presence is omnipotent as well, even though the presence has been surpassed before. Like, the same video where he's trying to highball the one above all, here he is shitting on the one above all. Like make up your mind, dude.
And it's actually been proven that the monitors are actually, like, more powerful than, like, the presence.
Yeah, so how would the presence be omnipotent if he's not even the most powerful character in DC? Like,
well, the monitors are omnipotent plus.
apparently Omnipotent Plus is a thing now. And, like, now, just to give Danko the benefit of the doubt here, like, technically you could make an argument that the one above all isn't bound by the story because I think in one instance he was once seen as, like, an author outside the story. I don't know if it was ever confirmed that that was the one above all, but more so implied. But if that is the one above all, that would technically make him author level. But let's say it is. Well, guess what? There's an SCP called SCP-3812 that can transcend infinitely above author level.
Yeah, and Milkman Man, like, he's been able to do that too. Like, he's the one who's, like, responsible for, like, DC Comics to be, like, entertaining.
So wouldn't he be author level 2 at the very least?
Yeah, he could even be, like, above author level because he's kind of like the CEO of, like, all of DC.
Yeah, and like even Marvel has characters like, in fact, Regulator Thanos would be, like, just as strong as Milkman Man, if not stronger, because like infinite narratives, like, above author level, to him the narrative the one above all exists on is nothing more than, like, one out of endless thoughts inside his mind.
And Milkman Man could, like, casually, like, shut down, like, all of DC itself.
Yeah, and like...
And the funny thing is that Milkman Man is just, like, a parody of Superman.
Yeah, like his whole purpose, the whole purpose of Milkman Man is that he's impossibly overpowered, like... And that...
Danko's probably somehow gonna find a way to say he's, like, milk level.
Because he carries around a jug of milk. I mean, he did claim that Galactus is only planet level because he eats planets. Why not downplay Milkman Man too?
Milk level.
Or wait, no. The one above all is only pencil level because he was seen holding a pencil. But hey, after all of that, like, even the one above all or Regulator Thanos, you want to know who the real most powerful Marvel character is? Stan Lee's Eraser. If you know what I mean. Because, like... Anyways, all jokes aside, I think we've made our point here. Like...
Dare I say Milkman Man's, like, glass level?
Or wait, no. Maybe Heart of the Universe Thanos is only universe level because he destroyed the universe.
No, he's only heart level, what are you talking about? or dare I say, Molecule Man's, like, molecule level?
Or Silver Surfer's only surfboard level. Oh wait, no. Wait a minute. I got it for you. Wait a minute. Regulator Thanos is only like brain cell level because he has brain cells. Or because everything exists inside his mind, that means he's only mind level. Obviously, that's how it works. Then again, this is the same guy who claimed that Hydra Captain America can beat the Batman who laughs.
Oh my, no.
Okay, I am gonna pass out. Anyways. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. Okay. Anyways, I think that about does it for this video. I have now been recording for 31 minutes, as it says on my screen.
That's longer than the Sonic video.
Yes. Anyways, I think that about does it. I think that about wraps it up for this video. This may be the first video we're doing on Danco, but it's not going to be the last.
I already found a bunch of more videos to debunk.
Oh yeah, I could give you a list of them right now. Anyways, like and subscribe to both my boys in here. Once again, if you have any women in your family, please give them to us, and we will see you next time. Peace out.
Peace out, you sexy bitches.
Yeah.